Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're excited to walk you through our new hospitality employer study. We'll give it about a minute for attendees to join, and then we'll get started. All right. I think we're just about ready. I'd like to quickly cover a few housekeeping items. First, this webinar is being recorded. We'll be sharing the recording along with the full presentation within the next 24 hours. Secondly, we will have some time for Q&A at the end. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please make sure to use the Q&A feature at the bottom of your Zoom screen, and we'll be sure to cover those at the end. And with that, I will hand it over to our host, Anil. Take
Thank
it
you, Sarah.
away.
Appreciate you. Hopefully, Terry, just give me a thumbs up. You can hear me.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Anil Harjani. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Hirology. I'm thrilled to be here. We'll have people still filing in, so as you come in, or if you're there, love to get to know you a little bit. If you feel open to sharing, please put in the chat where you're dialing in from. But also, I'd like to ask a fun question. What have you might have ordered on Prime Day this week, just to share? Look, fun things are going on in the world of retail, and so I ordered a robot vacuum, and so I'm just gonna put it out there into the universe, and because our old one has expired, and so with that, let's get into fun things. Today we're diving into the latest trends, challenges, and actionable solutions in hospitality hiring as we navigate through a rapidly changing landscape. It's essential to equip ourselves with the right knowledge and strategies. We'll have a Q&A session at the end, so please feel free to jot down any questions you may have as we go along. Before we get started, I wanted to encourage everyone to engage with us. If you have thoughts or questions during the presentation, don't hesitate to use the chat feature. Hopefully you figured it out by now. Your participation is what makes these sessions really valuable. Now let's uncover the insights that will shape the future of hospitality hiring. Let's get started. Okay, so in February 2025, a couple of months ago, we conducted a comprehensive study of over 150 hospitality hiring professionals from organizations across the country. We do this every year, so you're here to listen to the release of this year's study. This survey provides us with invaluable insights into the current state of hiring in the industry, highlighting both the ongoing challenges we face and the emerging trends that are shaping the future. It does change year over year, so I'm glad you're tuning in. Now, within these challenges lies the opportunities for all of you. The insights from our survey can guide us in developing proactive strategies to tackle these issues head on, ensuring that our organizations are well equipped to meet future demands. Today, we'll dive into what we learned and explore how we can transform these challenges into actual solutions. So you're ready getting a head start. With that, let's get started. So today we're addressing a really pressing issue in the hospitality industry. It's understaffing. No secret to this crew here. Two-thirds of companies report struggling with this challenge, primarily due to three factors. The first is 58% of respondents highlight a shortage of qualified candidates. This lack of skilled talent directly impacts their ability to provide exceptional service. Second, is 29% cite budget limitations as a barrier. And in this context, as many organizations struggle to offer competitive salaries, making it difficult to attract top talent. Lastly, but not so far behind, is 26% report high turnover rates. Frequent staff changes disrupt service continuity and increase the burden on existing employees. In a bit, we'll dig into effective solutions to streamline the hiring process and how we can keep guests happy. For everybody's note, we'll probably take this presentation about 20, 25 minutes. So there's a lot to cover. Please keep engaged. All right. It's striking to see that 71% of organizations have flagged finding qualified candidates as their primary hiring challenge. This isn't just a statistic, it represents the real obstacles professionals like yourself face in delivering exceptional service. Let's focus on the roles that are particularly tough to fill. First is housekeeping is at the forefront, with 51% of respondents highlighting this difficulty. These team members are essential for creating a polished, welcoming environment for guests. So no secret to this team here. Food and beverage, second, and front desks are also significant. These roles are crucial for ensuring that our guests have a memorable experience and often one of the first people guests interact with. Hiring for these roles can be difficult, but it's not merely about, filling vacancies. It's about finding individuals who really resonate with your organization's mission and can enhance team performance, and most importantly, represent your brand. They are really the front lines of the total customer experience, and these are really hard to fill and retain. Despite the challenges of the industry faces, many hospitality companies are managing to maintain relatively quick hiring processes. So we'll talk about what that means. In fact, approximately 70% of organizations complete their hiring within 2 weeks. So that's pretty quick. An impressive 83.5% respond to applicants within just 1 to 3 days. This is so much quicker than what it used to be, where the average was, well into the 3 to 5 to 7 days. So as an industry, we really come a long way in recognizing that candidates want to be responded to quickly. So this quick turnaround is crucial. The industry is fast-paced. Attracting top talent before your competitors do, speed is paramount. It's important to acknowledge that 29% of respondents have noted an increase in the length of hiring processes over the past year. So they are taking a little bit longer in general, total process, but responding is very quick. And so this creates sort of a increasing complexity in recruitment and that we have to navigate pretty carefully. I'll take a peek at the total results there for a second. 1 to 3 days. Where are you at? You kind of have to ask yourself that question. Where are you at in terms of responding to a new applicant? All of them. Next up, benefits and compensation. So 52% of hospitality companies have increased salaries for new hires. Again, think about what did you do over this past year? Did you increase? Did you maintain status quo? Reflecting the competitive nature of our industry. However, while salary remains a critical factor, our survey finds reveals something even more significant, that candidates are increasingly prioritizing non-financial benefits. So, maybe dollars get them in the door for a conversation, but it doesn't close the deal or it doesn't retain them. Let's take a closer look. The data shows that 57% of candidates value a great workplace culture. This highlights the importance of fostering an environment where employees feel valued and engaged. It's just not about the paycheck. It's about creating a space where people want to come to work every day. Following closely, schedule flexibility is a top priority for 52% of candidates. In today's fast-paced world, ability of work-life balance is essential, or blending, as they say these days. Offering flexible schedules can be a game changer in attracting top talent. Other valuable benefits worth noting, 30% of candidates are looking for clear career pathways. This indicates that they want to see opportunities for growth and advancement within their organization. By providing mentorship programs, these are ideas that our customers tell us, and clear progression routes, your organization can not only attract these candidates, but retain them. And then other benefits such as uniform reimbursement, the basic things at 24%, and education and tuition reimbursement. It shows a investment in the individual at 15%, also playing a role in these benefits. These perks show that organizations are generally invested in our employees' professional development and well-being. Again, contemplate how much of this are you sharing during the interview process? How obvious is it? How do you position it? How do you package it? It's not just sort of saying it in a checkbox. You kind of have to sell it. So I wanted to resonate with you a little bit. Next up, we asked about employee referral programs. Employee referral programs are a powerful tool for hiring, and data shows that 60% of companies already leverage them. These programs help reduce time to hire, and they absolutely do, and improve the quality of hires by tapping into your existing workforce networks. What we like to say at Hirology is that your best recruiters are often your own employees. So, however, 31% of companies don't have a referral program. Now, the quality of which is, questionable. We haven't dug into that per se. But really think about how important is that employee referral program to your team. And it may be a missed opportunity to really source talent efficiently. If you don't have a referral program in place, now is the time. No time like the present to consider implementing one or evaluating your current one. And if you do, think about how you can optimize it, right? Whether through better incentives, there's so many ways to design it. When was the last time you took a look at that? What streamline that process, make it really easy to refer. Are you doing it online, digitally, or do you have to do pen and paper, little hoops to jump through? Or obviously tools like Hirology help track and manage that referral program and bonuses seamlessly. So these are all the problems, all the things that we got respondents on. The next section will focus on actionable solutions, strategies that we can implement to address these issues head on. Right? Nothing's a silver bullet. You've got to layer in all the things and take a total recruitment process strategy to enhance the retention efforts as well as the staffing efforts. So we like to think about this section as just really practical, impactful approaches that help us build a more resilient and effective workforce. Give you that edge. Just 1%, 2% every quarter, every month gets you to where you want to be. All right, let's dive in. So first thing, the world in HR tech and HR in general is fast-paced. Uh, we only got so many HR resources, and seems like the work is only getting more. And so having the right tools in place, because at the end of the day, technology is productivity enhancers. And so you got to make sure you got the right tools that make all the difference in your hiring success. First, let's discuss why this choice is so, so, so vital. A robust ATS should not only streamline your recruitment processes, but also provide valuable insights into your hiring metrics. It should help you identify bottlenecks, enhance collaboration amongst your hiring teams, ultimately improve your time to hire. With the right system, you can reduce administrative burdens and focus on truly what matters, finding the best talent for your organization. Is not a one-size-fits-all solution. You really have to figure out what tools matter to you. Do not just go for the cheapest solution. Go for the one that fits your organization. So let's be realistic. You need a system that is scalable, user-friendly. I would have to underline that, and capable of providing real-time analytics. You have to manage your recruitment process like you manage every other business process, your sales process, your marketing process. Your recruitment process is maybe one of the most critical items that is undermanaged. It should allow for role-based access, ensuring that everyone from hiring managers to executives can engage with the data they need, when they need it, how they need it. This flexibility is crucial for maintaining the efficiency across different levels of your organization. You should be able to be at a point where your executive team knows the status of hiring process and data on any given day or week without having to log into the system, without having to call you or call your team and saying, where are we doing this candidate? They should be able to know, just like the other metrics, when there's a problem, there's an opportunity, they come to be aware of these things. They don't have time to access a system and log in all the time. There's enough logins in the world. This is where Hirology shines. All customers of Hirology have access to something called Action Center. In that particular context, it's a centralized dashboard that allows hiring teams to monitor key metrics and take immediate action without disrupting their workflow. This feature alone has been shown to deliver 20% faster hiring times and significantly improve applicant response rates. That in of itself compounds and makes it worthwhile to engage in the right technology. If you could do 20% faster on hires for every hire that you do, let's say you do 10, 20, 30, 100, what could that mean for your business, right? Including not losing applicants because you can respond quicker, not leaving them hanging. Now, with Hierology, you also get a comprehensive suite of tools designed specifically for multi-location businesses. This means you can engage in candidates more effectively, enhance candidate experience throughout the hiring process. Multi-location is the way hotels operate. You've got multiple locations. All solutions that are developed out there kind of operate on a single entity model. At least at Hierology, we think that there's a better way to operate that reflects your business operation. And so multi-location businesses is a specialty. Let's go to solutions. Number two, organizations are increasingly prioritizing efficiency by reducing the time to fill the time it takes to fill positions. This shift is driven by the need to attract and retain top talent quickly. Top talent doesn't wait around for you to respond. Let's just be clear. They're ready to move and advance their career, and that reflects their own. Let's just face it. Top talent generally are responsive, on time, show up, are collaborative. They will resonate with a employer that does a similar experience. So by leveraging data, we can identify which hiring channels yield the highest quality candidates for you. This allows us to focus our efforts where they will have the greatest impact. So we want to make sure you can focus your time on a top talent based by channel. When candidates can move through the hiring process in a timely manner, they experience informative interviews and a lot of communication. This not only enhances their experience, but also increases the likelihood they will stay with your organization long term. You have to continue that experience beyond hiring as to permeate into their employee experience as well. So the big question, how is your organization cutting time off your hiring process? For real, think about the strategies you're currently employing and how they can be optimized. We have clients who are saying they don't talk in days, they talk in hours, meaning my response to an applicant is 8 hours. How do I get that to 6? Where's my bottleneck? At what time of day are people applying? They have the data to make those choices because they know every hour counts. Their business is moving fast and they have to be faster in order to support the business need. An open seat is a is a is a lost opportunity, essentially. So they have to seize the opportunity through the recruiting process. So streamlining the hiring processes um, is critical. Next, offer competitive compensation. So competitive compensation is no longer just about offering a paycheck. It's about creating a complete package that attracts and retains top talent. Fair pay is just foundational. You have tools, we have tools to be able to benchmark what is the pay in a particular, geo, how to stay competitive relative to your needs and the quality of talent. You just got to get there, right? But today's employees are also looking for non-monetary best benefits, the best of the best. They care about these things on top of their foundations: flexible schedules, career development opportunities, and recognition programs. Right? These elements show candidates and employers like you value their contributions and care about their work-life balance. Kind of the bar is kind of low, to be quite honest, right? It's like show that you care, is kind of the benchmark here, and do it through your actions, not just words. Competitive compensation isn't just about spending more money, by the way. It's about being strategic, aligning your compensation strategy with what your ideal candidates truly value too. So platforms like Hierology, of course, here comes the plug, can help you stand out with tools to streamline hiring and insights to help you make better data-driven decisions. You can focus on building a competitive offer that's not just about pay, but also about the unique benefits and culture your organization provides. How do we do that? Making sure you have good feedback loops during the candidate process so you can understand kind of a win-loss as well of what got the candidate in, what kept the candidate out of the pipeline. These tools also help you make sure you can design the right offering for the candidate. All right. Creating a positive workplace culture is one of the most impactful ways to retain employees and drive business results. It's built through intentional actions every single day. Start by focusing on flexibility. Number one, employees value the ability to balance work and life. So flexible scheduling can go a long way. Don't be caught in the rut of, we got to fill every slot all the time. If you have the ability to do that, employees value the ability to balance work and life. They'll give you back more in much more dividends. So flexible scheduling can go a long way in just reducing burnout first and foremost, building trust to allow team members to balance their life, total life. And then recognition is key on top of that, right? When employees feel like their efforts are being noticed and appreciated, engagement and morale soar. It's not, it seems like every day you probably feel like you're doing that with a maybe a head nod or a pat on the back or a handshake, but just make sure you can celebrate their wins, big or small. You don't have to wait till the end of the month or the recognition meeting or what have you. Sometimes a quick a chat or a text and saying, that was great. Good job. Like, keep it up. 3 words, a gesture. Well, it's actually doesn't cost you anything. Obviously, you got to do it with the right time and make sure it's it has integrity across the board, that everybody has a fair shot at it. But that will get you so far. Finally, leadership matters. Investing in leadership training ensures your managers have the tools to support their teams effectively. Strong leaders drive strong teams, and strong teams build a thriving culture. Share one of your favorite aspects of positive workplace culture. Please do. If there's anything that you feel like you've done, put it in the chat. We would love to share here. And so make sure that you're sharing the wealth and people can learn from you. At Hierology, for example, so simple. We celebrate birthdays every month. We just bring in a giant cake or cupcake celebration, and we shout out at all company meetings to ensure team members are recognized for their hard work and their contributions. We collect, shout outs. People can submit it via our chat system, and there's a form, and we just read them out every week. And the entire company applauds those individuals. And then, what happens after the all company meeting is kind of where the magic happens because you might have 10 people come up to you and be like, hey, that was great. Good job. And you know what? Just it feels good to get a little bit of recognition for the hard work. People are working hard. And I think it goes a long way to demonstrate that, and what you say as leaders and managers and employees really, really goes a long way. All right. Let's talk about a vital strategy that I think is absolutely underutilized. It's about enhancing your hiring process and building a talent pipeline through using employee referrals, right? This method not only attracts high quality candidates, but also fosters a sense of community within your team. So our research shows that referred employees stay longer and perform better. How many organizations still rely on outdated manual processes to track these referrals? We used to. However, it's such a critical channel and pipeline that the reliance on manual tracking just doesn't cut it anymore. It just is inefficient. There's missed opportunities. First of all, these are trusted people of your employees who you're saying have them apply. That experience has compounding effects on the employee that obviously referred, uh, and also on the candidate. And so it's one of those like high value channels they need to kind of roll out the red carpet. So it's crucial for us to realize that having a streamlined in a very enhanced referral program can enhance overall employee engagement, participation from your employees, and just lead to really amazing outcomes. What you'll find is that oftentimes these referred employees, even if they go elsewhere, you've got this community that kind of have this magnetic effect of a boomerang. And we don't talk about it today, but having boomerang employees may be the best thing you can design for your organization. So building the talent pipeline around employee referrals, building a community of, let's call them friends and family, if you will. They may leave, but they'll come back. So you have this beautiful ecosystem happening. So think about your own experience. How easy, try it today, how easy it is for you to refer someone in a way that is tracked, in a way you know what the benefits are, in a way that you know that the person you're referring will be followed up upon. Follow that journey for that referrer, you and the candidate or the employee, and just see, does this make sense? Could we be better? What does that experience look like? Ask one of your employees. Do you know how to refer anybody? Or ask them first, do you know anybody who would be interested to work here? I've got this open gig, open job. And if they say, yes, great. Do you know how to refer that person? Do you know how much you would get if you have an incentive program? Just do a poll. Let's see what they know. So there's an opportunity to always improve, and I hope you can take the leap in order to do that. So having explored actionable solutions like building a talent pipeline, it's easy to now shift our focus towards long-term trends and opportunities that shape the future of hospitality hiring. As we've seen, the industry is grappling with significant challenges, but there is opportunity in that. So there are long-term trends that we need to take a look at, and we need to be resilient in terms of what we can do to seize the opportunity that resides within it. So one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is data-driven hiring. Is your hiring process data-driven today? How much data do you have? Can you articulate all the bottlenecks? This approach allows you to leverage the insights and track key metrics, treat it like a business process, and never look back, right? Data-driven hiring enables you to make informed decisions based on evidence rather than intuition. Uh, you can analyze recruitment metrics, identify trends, pinpoint areas of improvement. For instance, we can track metrics such as time to hire, candidate quality, and retention rates. Just focus on these three indicators. Report them out. Discuss them in meetings where there's core business metrics being discussed. Organizations can adjust their strategies to attract candidates who not only meet the qualification, but also can align with organizational culture when you talk about these metrics. So Hierology's Insights platform has advanced analytics and reporting capabilities around these topics. It kind of empowers our clients to just go from intuition and some basic data, I would say, to advanced recruiting practices pretty quickly. And so, and they really treat it like a business process. And overall results are pretty impressive. Alignment, decisions based on evidence, kind of, I think the HR recruiting team rises to the level of every other business process owner in the business as well. And so you have to have data-driven hiring decisions and monitoring. So the other thing is, what another area where the world's moving towards is hiring a thriving workforce is managing a multi-generational workforce. Today, we have a unique opportunity to engage with employees from 5 different generations, each bringing distinct perspectives, values, and expectations. Now, to foster a harmonious and productive work environment, we can tailor benefits, communication styles for different generations. So, you know, you got to cater to all the generations. Some of them may want flexible time arrangements that may appeal to younger generations, while robust retirement benefits may resonate with older generations. So don't do this cookie cutter programming. Really try to tailor things as much as possible. I would say what always stands out is communication and feedback preferences also vary. While some prefer connecting via face-to-face interactions, other might favor kind of digital communication channels. And so I think you need to take also a multi-channel approach to feedback and recognition overall. And overall, when you do that, you can create an inclusive workplace that values each generation's contribution. So what are you doing today? Think about it. Think about the generations you have in your workplace. How have you optimized your communication strategy? Have you asked your workforce about how they like to be communicated with? Give it a shot. All right. As we shift our focus to referral programs, it's important to remember how we previously identified referrals as a key opportunity. So by harnessing the power of your employee networks, you get the wealth of potential candidates who are likely to align with their organization's culture and values. So to maximize the effectiveness of referral programs is essential to automate tracking and rewards. Our research found a significant amount of organizations track their program in manually updated spreadsheets. That world is quickly in the past. By utilizing automated systems, you can streamline that process, make it super easy, and you kind of alleviate the administrative burden. This automation just helps ensure referrals are recognized and rewarded properly, and also increases motivation. So obviously we do this at Hierology and it's fully integrated. And this is where the world we think needs to go. You cannot do this on pen and paper and just spreadsheets anymore. It needs to be more automated. All right. So the hiring decisions you make today, it's not just about filling immediate vacancies. They profoundly shape the future of your organization. Each choice you make really is additive and compounding to culture, efficiency, and effectiveness of your workforce. I really encourage you, the first step you can take is think critically. Discuss this with someone, obviously with your colleagues, your leaders, with someone like hierology, how you can take some of the insights you have, we've discussed, and apply them in your own context. Just think critically about what's possible where relative to where you are today, relative to where the benchmarks you saw today. How can you bring these insights back to your teams? How can you ask yourself these questions about what can I do differently? What what is possible? You don't have to do anything to start, but maybe asking the question is the beginnings of that, right? Do I have an effective referral program? Lower the bar here. Let me just take a look at what I got. Do I have data-driven hiring? What reports do I have? Who's looked at those reports? Does my executive team even know about my hiring process? Know about my time to hire? Know about how many employee referrals I have? Know about my retention rates? Or they only hear about it once a year? They only hear about it intuition conversations? Or are they having data-backed decisions and optimizing for every day and hour that a role is unfilled, right? And lastly, have you tailored your approaches, your benefits, your compensation strategy, your communication mechanisms for a multi-generation workforce to just foster a more robust and engaged talent pool, right? You need to cater to the different sectors of generations because their preferences are different. Your strategy needs to account for the different today's workforce, tomorrow's workforce. You need to build a pipeline of talent because not everybody is sitting in the same pool. They're in different stages of life. And so you need to have a talent pool that counts for all options on the table because we're not just creating more humans to fill those seats overnight. We have to broaden our horizons. So we got to move forward with a mindset that every hiring decision is an opportunity to enhance our organization to create that impact. All right. So that's the prepared remarks, if you will, of our presentation. Tara, I'd love to sort of hear about any questions that may have come through, any comments
Yeah.
we might have had.
Of course. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Put them in the chat or the Q&A. It can be about hospitality, hiring trends, implementing certain other technology, or even enhancing your employer brand. We're here to help. So just put those in the chat. But I have seen a couple that came in the Q&A. The first of which, Anil, this
Yeah.
person said, I've been chatting with my team about the power of employer branding. It comes up a lot. Can you share some successful examples of organizations that have enhanced their employer branding?
Yeah, love this. So absolutely, absolutely. One of our most successful examples we've seen involves organizations leveraging obviously Hierology's platform to strengthen their employer brand by telling their unique story through their career site. And so you really have to think a lot about, the messaging on your career site. And so this hospitality organization use Hierology's customizable career site tools to showcase their mission, their values, employee testimonials. They made their job postings more engaging by emphasizing why their workplace is so special, highlighting benefits, growth opportunities, and kind of the supportive culture they had, all those things. So they did attract more candidates. They attracted not just more, but the right candidate, I think was kind of the goal, who aligned with their culture and values. We've seen people use, pretty, you gotta take some risk, I think is the point here, and go where you're authentically yourself as a business. And I think that's the way you kind of get that alignment. Others, if you paint a too broad or a brush, then I think you'll get sort of generic applicants. But the key here is to be consistent. So your hiring touch points, job descriptions, career sites, interviews. It's important to communicate what makes your organization different and a great place to work because candidates will pick up on that. So, we want to make sure, obviously, when we work with our customers, we kind of look at the full spectrum of the hiring process. What does your interview guide look like? What does your career site look like? What's your job descriptions look like? Is there a narrative? Is there a story you're telling? And that way your brand is authentically showing up in these touch points, just like a customer journey, quite honestly. So that is how we think about it. Quick question.
Wonderful. Another one that came in, and this I definitely think remains top of mind for a lot of people right now, but what advice would you give to organizations that are hesitant to invest in new hiring technologies?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think most of the questions are usually about it's a little bit of maybe they gotta introspect and be like, well, why is it hesitant? Where is it coming from? And is it because of a failed implementation or lack of adoption or like overpromise on deliver? Those are all reasons why any technology purchase can be daunting. But so I think those are conversations you should have with any provider you have or have had. Obviously, with hierology, there's obviously tools. These are tools to help you be more productive. So save money and maximize ROI very quickly. So these are tools that are designed and many people employ it to achieve outcomes. And we have outcomes that are through partnership with our customers. And so, here's the gains you get from these hiring technologies, in our opinion, are twofold, at least in Hierology's case. Just efficiency gains is number one. Just if it can you get the most efficient in your hiring process? Hierology just automates tedious tasks, sorting resumes, scheduling interviews, tracking candidates, running background checks, candidate communication, responding to candidates, uh, knowing where the bottlenecks are. These frees up your team to focus on more strategic initiatives. So just saving time, reducing the cost per hire too. So do you track that? Just financial ROI is kind of the name of the game right now. And we help our customers get the best bang for buck as it relates to hiring because it's expensive to leave jobs open, it's expensive to recruit. And so we understand that. The next is, I would say, data-driven decisions. I think oftentimes not purchasing a hiring technology does oftentimes it's hard to validate that you receive that value of that tool. And so that's why we focus on data-driven decisions, data-driven validation. So we provide insights and analytics to refine your hiring strategy so you can see improvement over time. You can measure that improvement and you can see what's working, what and where to improve. And so your resources are allocated effectively. And so that's the kind of conversation we have. And so it's not just about the tech, what it can do, but what impact it had. And making sure that you all who are maybe users or sponsors of technology, can vouch for the value you have invested in the budget. These are all investments, and so these investments need to have ROI. They need to have clear value creation, and it can weather the challenge and deliver the better outcomes. And just like any tool, but I think the hiring tech landscape has fallen far behind from other tools that said we can just do these things, but to what end? And the value is in the ROI validation and reporting and in the months following the implementation. I think we do that not just to tech, but also our customer team. Make sure that you all understand what did you invest in, and I think that is where the hesitation has been in the past. And so we want to rise to a higher standard that says you're not just buying, you're investing. And so we look at it a little differently, and that's why I think the hesitation has been in the past.
Wonderful. I don't think we have any other questions that have come in yet. If anyone comes up with anything or wants to continue the conversation, you can reach out to us at info@hierology.com and we'd love to connect. But Anil, if you want to jump to the next slide. If
Sure.
you'd like to dive deeper into these insights that we've talked about today, I encourage you to download our report. The report provides a detailed analysis on all of the staffing shortages, time to hire challenges, and retention issues that we highlighted today as well. But thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope you found the session valuable. As a reminder, the recording and presentation will be shared with you via email in the next 24 hours. Thank you so much again. We hope to see you soon at the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys.
Thank you, everybody. See you, Tara.
Bye.